the bomb got dropped upon us all. And the list of all unknowns is tall. But if there's anything we know, our stubbornness has shown. We'll climb up after any fall. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. The leftover ashes in the sky, and the nations, all they do is fight. Yeah, the crown broke all our trust, so I guess it's up to us to save whatever's left of life. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. But we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Oh, we know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from.
Hello everyone, this is the Nameless One, and today we will be continuing the Lost Memories Second Chances campaign. We've got the whole group here today. Cold, Ice, Fiction, Moon, and Nez. Before we get started, I would like to remind everybody, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, follow on Twitch, all that good stuff. Other than that, more about how to support the channel at the end. Who wants to do the recap? DM needs a recap too. Just woke up, so you're gonna have to bear with me.
I think it's literally we left off outside of a chamber with two people inside of it.
That was the session before that.
No,
So,
I have no idea.
That's right, you weren't
So,
there for that session.
yeah, so, after Ivory got exploded, and had to be carried, we went looking for the other control room, or Ivory and, Rapid Shatter. And so we were in, one of the ones where we could communicate with, Daybreaker. And we're trying to feed her, and Ivory is, very close to, he's really hurt right now. He has 4 health. And so I think we were trying to find, another room, but I forget which room specifically. Oh, we were trying to find where the feeding tube goes because it's empty.
Oh yeah.
That and potentially finding out where the bots are so we can reprogram them.
Yeah.
Because that might be the only way we can get up there. And we had begun that session by let's pull all the levers.
Yeah.
Which ended up resulting in the room being doused in an emergency coolant.
Yeah.
And
and that's why Ivory got blown up.
And essentially where we left off is Ivory and Rapid basically carried everybody up and over to a new passage on another part of the facility.
I'm like gone for only one session. You're almost dead already.
Yeah, the campaign's almost over.
Yeah, you know, superheated area, superheated air, you know, way too hot metal, getting blasted with a bunch of glass. It was an eventful session.
Ivory can attest. Hot air and glass don't mix.
You know, if Ivory actually managed to like get God Engine, I'm pretty sure that just would be the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and before we did get lifted over, we made sure to get our gear back.
Yeah, because our ammo isn't going to explode anymore.
So, now, if I remember correctly, you guys were traveling into a different section of the facility, correct?
That is correct.
So, as you guys are traveling, I don't remember for sure, so I'm going to say you're traveling down a hallway, because it's been like, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, that sounds about right.
So, the hallway you guys have been traveling down has been rather just like, it hasn't been diverting. Up ahead, though, you do see what appears to be another offshoot of the hallway, as well as the hallway continuing down. Would you like to explore the offshoot?
Pyre is curious. She starts going down that way.
Okay. So, I'm assuming the rest of the pile already follows Pyre.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys make your way down the hall, the hall eventually terminates in a decently sized room that is, for the most part, rather featureless, except for two things. First thing is not exactly what grabs your attention immediately, but there's a series of strange symbols etched into the floor. It almost looks like somebody was trying to draw a spell circle, but didn't know what a spell circle was. And the thing that really grabs everybody's attention is what appears to be a corpse of some sort. That's, for lack of a better way to describe it, it looks like it exploded and then got attached to the wall.
Yes. I hate when that happens.
What do?
It's
Oh boy, another fleshy thing attached to the wall. This can't end well.
Fleshy is
Maybe
kind
it's
of
just
a relative term. It is heavily desiccated.
think this might have been a first attempt of what happened to the other guy. Guys,
Surely
Yeah,
unexpected.
It is hard to tell though. mostly because I'm unfamiliar with magical mutation.
So,
Magical or not, sure as hell is messy.
Doc, roll me a intelligence.
Yeah, look at that. I'm smarter than your average idiot.
So,
Hey.
as you're like walking around the room and you look at the symbols, it strikes you that while you hadn't seen a lot of, excuse me, you hadn't seen a lot of the inside of the King in Yellow's palace, you do recognize some of the symbols that had been drawn on the walls as similar, if not the same, to what's been haphazardly drawn here. And it doesn't appear to be similar to any of the symbols that you remember seeing in the few places that you have seen magic.
I think
with
you might be in danger.
with the symbols that you see normally in magical spell circles, it doesn't take much to remember that they're generally more angular, or these symbols have swirls and are very curvy in comparison.
Yeah. I might not have gone to magical kindergarten, but usually the lines are sharp. These are all squiggles.
Emerald, right, Nez?
Yes, me.
Roll your magic thing for me.
Okay.
Fire attempts to copy the symbols. She fails miserably.
Be careful, I saw someone try to copy some symbols and turn into a potted plant.
So, Emerald, you're not entirely certain why the symbols are different, but it must be important somehow, because otherwise you'd know about it. As you guys are like looking at the symbols, the corpse's head suddenly snaps around in a very like almost mechanical and will you stop it? Go away. Go. Almost mechanical in like unnatural kind of way, as it locks eyes with Doc. Well, eyes with no eye in them, they're just the eye sockets. As it stares in there for a moment before saying in a very forced, raspy tone that Doc will never defeat him. Before going limp again.
Doc specifically?
I don't know about y'all, but I don't like how that skull was socketing me.
He was the one being spoken to, and you'll never defeat him. I just didn't feel like voice acting it.
Yeah, I got that.
Defeat him, all this magical voodoo shit. Suppose that means King in Yellow?
More than likely.
Well.
Is there an investigation equivalent?
Oh, I think it.
think about what you want from investigation, and then there's probably an equivalent for that. If you just want to connect pieces of information together, then that would just be like an IQ at whatever bonus or penalty you feel like it deserves.
Everybody roll
Where's
an,
my mental gymnastics skill?
everybody roll a IQ -2.
Oh boy, mine's still above 10.
Just like a flurry of dice all across the screen. Did anybody? Oh, Doc got it.
Me
Doc got
and
it.
Doc.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I made it too.
So, for Ivory and Doc, you don't know what role they played, but it would appear that given the age of this desiccated corpse and the fact that this facility has been in ruins for quite a while, that they had some sort of hand, the King in Yellow and his followers had some sort of hand in whatever happened here. That also means that there's probably more going on here that you guys haven't found yet.
I assume Ivory and Doc just look at each other knowingly and then look at everyone else and then looks back at each other and it's just like, you get this too, right?
Yeah, I don't like it, but I'm picking up what Skullface was putting down.
I don't particularly like it either, but I'm also picking it up.
Pyre's kind of looking between the two of them. Should I crack out my crystal rounds?
If you need a refresher, because his character's a
Spawn hunter.
spawn hunter, he has
Yeah.
specialized rounds for killing spawn.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
I don't know if what we're facing here requires specialty ammunition. However, we shouldn't put it past it.
I would say keep it on.
Alright. I'll be ready to load her in.
Nebula just looks uncomfortable at the door of the room. So you guys continue down the
I
rest of the way of the hallway?
Yep.
What were you gonna say in fiction?
Oh no, I was just saying to her, looking uncomfortably. I was like, no, I agree.
So you guys continue your journey down the hallway, and you finally get to what appears to be a large room with a series of various large, I'm gonna say vats, but not necessarily like just like open vats, but vats fits the word that I'm looking for now. I'm going to assume you guys filled Doc in on what was going on.
Not keep 'em
Which
blind.
part?
Yeah.
I'd imagine Pyre would.
Of course.
So, Doc, basically what they're trying to do right now is find someone who has not eaten in a unknown amount of time, so possibly has been starving for potentially centuries, but given that you have not run into anything that would tell you that the Alicorns are not immortal, The information that you have available would tell you that it's probably extremely painful and detrimental to their well-being, but not necessarily going to kill them. Especially one being held alive by medical equipment from the golden age of the or what you're aware of being the golden age of the FPC. I believe, as far as the party is concerned, they're about to just dump a bunch of food into the feeding thing. Can you do me a favor and roll? Let me look at your medical skills. I need to decide which one I want to have you roll.
Yeah, I know Ivory was concerned about it. Yep, sorry.
I'm still gonna...
No, you're good. Yeah. God.
I'm still gonna have Doc roll it as well, because he's is going to have more pertinent information. Because you have... like... I forget what's the word I'm looking for.
It was like someone we rescued who hadn't eaten in a while, and we gave him a feast, and he died immediately afterwards. And
Yeah,
Ivory was
that's
like,
right.
"Yeah, there's no way it was poison, because like we all ate."
So
Yeah, you gotta ease them into it.
use we're gonna use physician +2. Is that
Yeah, that extra info from Ivory. Damn.
so? With what you've been told about your, we're just gonna call her your patient. With what you've been told about your patient, it's highly likely that suddenly giving her solid food when she didn't have any food to begin with will overload her system just like any other creature, which, without knowing what exactly is keeping her alive, whether it's her immortality or the fact that she's been hooked to medical machines this entire time, it's not necessarily, if you're trying to keep her alive, it's not necessarily a risk worth taking to not, like, do something to prepare the food before attempting to feed, and then, you know, easing her into it. If you are wanting to do what I can guarantee you Pyre will prefer to do, and keep her alive, then you're going to need to figure out if it's the machines or her keeping her alive, as well as not, you know, shell shock her system with sudden food. Why take
Why would I be
unnecessary
putting
risk?
shells on the food?
You know what I mean by that. So, what do?
So do you know that they have a nutrient paste, like, here somewhere? Do we even know if it would still be good?
The vat that you find that seems to be attached to what you can only assume is the feeding tube has been long empty. In fact, there's signs that someone might have tried to empty it out at some point, which could mean that there has been other people down here trying to find things of use, and they entered a different area and found this place first and tried to steal all the nutrients paste, because, you know, food's food in the wasteland.
It's edible is the highest compliment.
Exactly. So it looks like she has not had anything at all, and any stores of it have been robbed as well, if they haven't just gone completely bad, and very obviously so.
Damn it. I'm a doctor, surgeon, or I'm a doctor and a surgeon, not a chemist. Or a nutritionalist. What about unflavored oatmeal mixed with beans? We can overboil it,
I'm
hyperprocess
still
it.
proposing we just. I'm still just proposing we wrap up some stuff and just like feed it until it's like really like edible and like mushy.
Yeah, but that might break it down physically, but if we boil it, then while we do lose some of the nutrition in the process, it will sit there and destroy it on a much finer level.
Why not both?
We can do both.
Both is good.
Well, don't suppose it'd be easier if we, have your patient out of the sarcophagus when we do all this?
Oh, it might be, but I don't know how these machines work.
There's a chance that it might be the sarcophagus that is keeping her alive in the first place. So if we just route having her be starving and such, might kill her.
Also, there's the fact that the sarcophagus is keeping you alive from her.
That is true. Yeah, that is.
Because remember,
On top of the rage, which, we crack that open, we might just get boiled alive in our own skins.
True. So, priority would be calming her down then.
Yes. I believe letting her eat something will help. Considering when I told her to just wait a moment, I got nothing but profanities back at me.
Is anyone here familiar with psychology? No?
Not particularly, no.
I'm
Well-
very good at convincing people.
Well, I guess a cult leader is the closest thing we have to a psychologist right now.
You're not gonna object
Hurtful.
to being a cult leader?
Okay. Low bar.
He said hurtful.
so while you guys are there, if you want, you can also search the room.
Hey, Doc. Might
Yeah.
want to take a look at Ivory there. He's a bit banged up, and I can only do so much.
I believe one of my wings might be broken.
Let's check. And then Doc's gonna poke it with a stick.
Like pokes like one part where there's a big glass shard. He's just like, ah!
What would be a search skill without actually having one?
Perception -4.
Alright.
Give me just a sec. I'll be right back.
Basically, all Pyre did was kind of bring out all the glass shards and patch them up that way. Can't do much about the third-degree burns.
Oh, did you already do first aid?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I need to get some artwork done of Ivory being all like partially burned with like cut scars and stuff. Like how I'm looking absolutely gnarly. Need to get a before and after thing done.
Yeah. Yeah. Main reason I told Doc to take care of Ivory is, yeah, he's so low on health. If we run into a trap, yeah, it's gonna hurt.
I mean,
It's gonna hurt or it's gonna kill me.
I'm a doctor, not a magical healer. I'll just make sure you survive long enough for your body to recoup itself. I'd probably splint your wing, but I don't think this is exactly the place that you want me picking and tugging at it.
Perhaps.
Maybe you have some ointment for those burns.
Okay, back. Sorry about that. Okay.
I do have ointment, but that's going to be back in the cart. Everything in my backpack is mostly to either drug people or keep them alive until we can get back to the cart.
Makes sense.
What, you think just because I carry a hacksaw, a scalpel, and a hammer, I have an entire surgical set just in my backpack?
Yes.
Kinda expected it at this point.
Yeah, Pirate just raises an eyebrow.
One could hope.
It's 80 pounds worth of equipment. I'm not gonna carry that.
I lug my personal workshop into battle sometimes.
Yeah, he does. That looks heavy.
Never skip leg day.
It's like at least 100 pounds.
Look, not everyone has
156 pounds.
Not everyone has the power of low-grade insanity to help them complete impossible tasks.
Low grade, you insult me.
Well, at least he admits it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so perfectly
onto the
sane.
search.
So,
Onto the search.
Ivory,
Uh-huh.
you
Yes.
find about a dozen rounds of ammunition stashed underneath one of the containers.
Oh boy, ammo.
We're just gonna say it's whatever that you happen to be carrying.
Oh boy, I have two kinds, so I get to choose. How many bullets was it?
A dozen.
100. No, okay.
A dozen.
I misheard.
Yeah, I misheard too.
200 would be wild.
Yeah.
Rapid.
Mhm.
You find what appears to be the remains of a journal.
Oh.
It is stashed behind a corpse that has been wedged in between two of the containers. And the corpse appears to have gotten stuck there quite a long time ago. So it appears that it might have at one point been a facility staff member. Flipping through the journal, you find that whoever this person was not very important. But it does mention hearing some of the higher-ups talking about what this individual considered some form of treason, trying to undo the rage of the Nightmare Alicorn. That he gives the name of Daybreaker. And says something about finding her sister saying that the pair that he was eavesdropping on were saying that that is probably the only way that it could be done. Given that at this point she trusts basically no one, you know, basically being betrayed into becoming Daybreaker. But he does try to he seems to be trying to rationalize a way that perhaps maybe they're just postulating and it's not going to be some form of treason, and eventually ends with maybe he should report this, which by the looks of it never actually happened.
Well, looks like that guy we found in the control room might have actually, in fact, been a traitor, and our Alicorn friend is named Daybreaker. And possibly the only way to calm her down is to find her sister? Whoever
Sister.
that is.
You said she was an Alicorn, right? Or somewhere along the lines? I think that master thing might have mentioned it. Suppose they wouldn't have to work in pairs, would they?
So,
Way above Rabbit's pay grade.
Doc knows of 2 Alicorns, or 3 Alicorns, and Ivory knows of 2.
Would I know of any?
No, as far as you're concerned, Alicorns are supposed to be a myth that never actually existed, but you keep hearing that they're here. Though, notably, you have not actually gotten to see one yet.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you
that
can't,
part.
you can't see inside the sarcophagus, and that's the only one that you've really been close to.
It's just an angry, glowing box.
And it can't possibly be an Alicorn, they don't exist.
Alright.
That
Cards
shit
on the
ain't
table.
real.
Alright. Cards on the table. What does everybody know about Alicorns?
You're divine beings and assholes.
Doc, everyone's an asshole to you.
Haven't been wrong?
No, you
Oh,
know
no,
you
he's
have.
kinda right.
I
Just,
don't know
It's
much
just
about
kind-
myths and legends.
right. Well, it just kind of comes redundant after a while. But, anyway. What do everybody know?
I don't
They
know
are
much
supposed to
about-
be very powerful.
They are hard to kill with a gun.
Yeah,
I've heard
kinda
that.
got that.
So, for those that remember, there is actually a mention in the legends of the Equestrian Wastes of the Alicorns.
The sisters.
No. It's... Give me just a sec. Let me find the entry. Because the Twin Deaths are not Alicorns.
The goddess sisters.
Or not the... The Goddess Sisters are not Alicorns. That's what I
Okay.
meant to say. If you look at the true goddesses, that is the extent of what people believe about the Alicorns normally.
Okay. Do we know anything about the 3 that were down here? Kind of looking at Doc on that one.
Oh no, this is my first time seeing them.
But you have seen them.
You mean seen them or heard of them?
I suppose either or at this point. Anything beyond what's in the legends.
Can I roll an IQ check to see if Doc can, like, glean any memories from his time spent in psychosis?
Yes, go ahead. It'll be a normal IQ.
Nope.
That's a straight nope.
Gotta be the one in the barrier. There's an alicorn there. That's gotta be the one.
Okay. And then Doc's going to reach into his, backpack and, like, open up a notebook to a blank page and, like, draw the Camelot barrier. It's really horrible. He has zero skill or experience in drawing. He's like, so, there's this barrier, right, in the center of Camelot. You might have heard of it. It's called the Camelot Barrier. The Coslites, before they got destroyed. They used to walk around it all the time. One of them got turned into a potted plant. I think it might have been a fight cut. Anyways. This is the place we need to go. I know this. All of our answers will be there.
So you're saying at least one of them's in that barrier?
Yes.
Alright. And I take it you don't know which one?
No.
Because we do kind of have a list, and thinking about it, there's kind of a theme.
Look,
Day and night.
I feel like you're reaching for that one too hard, Cold.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
I spend most of my life in such deep state of psychosis, I had to take drugs to make me more sane. And not the drugs that normally make you more sane. You should be surprised I've remembered this much.
Well, I would definitely say before going to Canterlot, might be able to ask Tanibus something. Because, well, we got a confirmation one of the Alicorns was named Luna, and, well, the Tanibus is connected to Luna. We could at least ask her.
Is this the point that Avery's gonna tell everybody that he lit an alicorn to the FPC?
Oh fuck no. he is not gonna get killed right here. He'll be like, yeah, I remember hearing about some stuff about alicorns, but you all seem to be more knowledgeable in that section than I do.
Because, yes, if he does admit that, Pyre is going to shoot him.
Yes.
It would, in fact, make him a traitor and a scoundrel.
Not a traitor, he did before he met you guys.
Retroactively traitor.
Retroactivity is the name, that is my game.
Well, I'm assuming that her sister's probably an Alicorn. We got a list of names. Maybe after we've explored for a little bit, you said you talked to her? Maybe we can ask her about some of those names.
Yeah, I don't see the harm in it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Though,
So-
she might just kind of start screaming at us through the text interface. Don't do anything at all and just start asking her questions.
Okay. And then Doc's going to load up a syringe of ketamine.
There does appear to be interfaces in which you can administer drugs.
But which one? And then Doc, instead of like spending some time to contemplate this, just does eeny meeny miny mo.
Okay.
And yeah, he's just going to sit there and give her a nice little bump of ketamine.
Ah, yes. I gotta love having drugs in my soap dispenser.
A soap dispenser.
Oh yes, today is the day I get clean with ketamine. Is this that new Old Spice recipe?
I'm sorry, I can't take it seriously when you say it that way.
Old Spice commercials are getting wild.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, so when you guys get back to the text interface, what Doc administered seems to have done quite the number on someone who has not had food or really any form of drug or anything like that in an unknown amount of time. It seems to have done a number on her, and you're not getting much in the way of useful responses right now.
Unuseful in
Doc,
like she's not
you drugged
responding,
her too
and
much.
unuseful when she's just glaring at us.
I'm not sure I went for the truth serum.
Largely unresponsive, though you do know that she is still alive thanks to the machines around it. Occasionally you will also get garbled entries in the text window.
Well, there goes that option.
Well, we can prepare the food while we're waiting for us to get down from our high.
Well, much as I say hate to split up, I need to go talk to the Tanibus. Need somebody to fly me over.
I guess I could do that.
Much appreciated.
You just gonna go like make a camp outside because that's how you normally talk to the Tantabus?
Yeah, probably.
Is that the summoning ritual?
Yeah, you just set up the tent.
I'm more or less waiting for night, just basically set up a campfire and wait.
No, you just gotta Baldur's Gate this and teleport to camp.
Oh, I so wish.
So are you setting it up outside or inside the facility?
Probably just outside the facility, probably near Doc's cart.
I will point out that it has taken you guys several hours to get into the facility. So to get all the way outside of it will take several more.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the rest of the party, but that's what Pyre's going to want to do. I don't know if the rest of the guys want to search the facility or not.
Given the apparent size of this facility, it could potentially take months to thoroughly scour it for anything of use.
Right.
And that's if there is anything of actual use still around.
Yeah, it could take us a while to possibly find the programming for the bots, so we need information fast.
Yeah.
And right now the only source of information Pyre knows of is the Tantabus. So, I don't know if some of the group want to try and figure out what to do to feed her, or want to come with Pyre.
Yeah, I'll come with Pyre. Because Doc cooks. He doesn't
How
do
close are we getting to like the point where we need to sit down and rest.
I'd say that you guys have about a couple hours until you would normally do so. Though if you you could continue, every night spent without sleep is going to start costing you.
Ivory really wants to keep going. However, he's hurt to shit right now. So I think he would prefer to get some sleep.
Take a break.
Yeah, kind of recoup a bit.
Yeah, I'll make a nice home-cooked meal. Beans, bacon, whiskey, lard, no cloves.
Right now, the only thing we really got to worry about is how long the coolant's gonna last. It's the only thing we got to worry about, but right now we need the info.
I mean, I've got some rations on me. If you're just trying to feed her right quick. Anyone got a tin cup? We could probably make some sort of mash.
I might have something. Ivory starts pulling out like everything, like there's like 50 different boxes.
If you guys
I have a
find,
tin spoon, but I also have my personal basics.
I believe.
Oh, I should have a little tin cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doc, roll cooking.
Oh, damn.
You do so flawlessly, and in about half of the time it would normally take. Efficiency. But you are able to set her up with something that she can eat in a portion that she can stomach for how long it's been since she last ate. And despite the age, the feeding to whatever causes it to run seems to still be working as you empty it down the thing.
Well, if I can never manage to get re-licensed as a doctor, at least I could be a chef. All I need to do is just find another functional printer.
So, everybody is packing up and heading out to the outdoors again.
Might as well set up camp just outside the entrance.
Okay. Since you are leaving, we don't have to have the thumping noise.
So soothing.
I believe this is what I've been using. Yeah, that sounds about right. Actually, wait. Campfire sounds. It's been so long since I've used it. There we go. Campfire sounds. So, you guys get camp set up. It is currently dark out by the time you get there, and given that you traveled all the way back through the facility, it's also pretty fucking late. So everybody is tired. How are you setting up your watch? Because it's been a little while.
Pyre usually takes third watch.
Doc usually takes last or second last.
Rabbit's usually second.
I believe Emerald's normally
Ivory-
first.
Yeah.
Ivory is normally last, but he's gonna sleep this one to recuperate.
You're gonna ask Doc to take last and give your shift to Nebula.
Sure.
I mean, Doc can just straight up take the shift. He has less sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, Nebula will sleep too.
Nope, I've got to use for Nebula. Nebula's gonna help Kaz make breakfast.
I will warn you, she has 0 cooking skills.
Ah, fuck.
I would say ask Ivory to help, but you'd have to wait for him to get up.
How bad can it be? We're out of clothes, right?
She might have some stashed.
Alright, Nebula can take last watch. I need to supervise Kaz.
Okay. So, I need perception from First Watch.
It's been made.
Oh, I was on a different screen, so I just now saw it. So, for the most part, everything seems quiet. You don't really see anything of note. Is there anything you would like to do?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. And then, it would be Rapid's turn.
Nah, with that roll.
Rapid, you do not see anything on your watch either.
Okay. Next shift.
That's Pyre. Perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's definitely going to be looking out.
So the Tantibus is around. What do?
Pyre perks up immediately, trots over to her. It's good to see you again, and I got some pretty important questions.
The Tantibus just kind of regards you. Given that it has no face, you can't really tell what it's thinking.
Right. You're Luna, and you're an Alicorn.
It doesn't respond.
Right, okay, I think I did ask you that in the past. Sorry, a little bit excited and nervous and worried. We found another Alicorn.
That statement doesn't seem to garner any response either.
Okay. Well, during all the research we've been doing, we found the name Daybreaker and Celestia. Ain't anything to you.
The nebulous entity that is sitting before you does not seem to be responding again.
Pyre kind of cocks her head. Is something wrong?
This does seem to get a response, but you're given that you have no facial features and very little else to work with, you're hard pressed to discern what it is that you're seeing from it. Go ahead and roll a quick intelligence -3.
course, minus. -3, you said?
Mm-hmm. You're trying to
Oh,
discern emotions from something that has very little way to
Yeah.
show it.
Damn. Alright. Essentially, the dilemma we found and all the research we found, this Celestia Daybreaker is enraged. In order to do anything to save her, we gotta calm her down first. According to what little we do know, we need to find her sister. You're one of the Alicorns. I'm praying you know who her sister is.
The Tantabus, instead of responding in any way, gets up, walks off. Which is kind of odd for it, because normally it just lays in one place until it disappears.
Okay, that's not good. Now we've lost our only source of information. Damn it, I could really use your help, Luna. Does, like, the Tantabus just kind of disappear as she goes into the night?
Not really. You can still see it out there. But
Is
it doesn't seem like it's willing to, like, attempt communication right now. Something is off, but you can't really tell what. If you do remember too, with it being connected to Luna and Luna being in the hands of the FPC, as well as from what information you have, another Alicorn. Because I'm pretty sure I've made it clear enough that there was another Alicorn involved. And even if you didn't have that information initially, you have signs of something similar to Daybreaker having been around where Doc found Ivory. Which is a story I could imagine Doc telling anyways, at some point.
Something happened between Luna and Daybreaker?
The Tantabus does stop its pacing to look back at you and shake its head.
Okay, no. You and another Alicorn?
It kind of turns around and paws the ground in a way that is often used by horses to show unease.
Okay, it was another Alicorn then. She kind of
It's
took
hard.
one of her journals.
It's hard
Okay.
to understand like what it's trying to convey, but it seems exasperated by your answer somehow.
Asking this questions possibly informing the FPC of anything?
It tosses its head in a way that you feel like you just had eyes rolled at you, but there are no eyes to roll.
Okay, probably not then. Coming to us and all that. Damn it, what do I need to ask? I got a couple other names here. Twilight?
It doesn't really respond to that.
Alright. Flurry Heart.
Where are you getting these names?
These were names that the Master Thing gave us. I have the names Shadowfire, Luna, Celestia, Twilight, and Flurry Heart.
The Tantibus does not respond to that either.
Okay, I got one more. Shadowfire.
The Tantibus gives you this as close to confirmation as you'll get from something that can neither speak nor emote properly.
Okay, something between you and Shadowfire.
It shakes its head.
As in no?
Yes.
Okay, not between you and Shadowfire. I'm assuming there's another Alicorn.
You get that eye roll again. the eye roll without eyes.
Damn it, I really wish I knew better questions to ask. Sorry if I'm annoying you, but we desperately need this information to do something about her. If Lady of Ashes activates, that's pretty much the end of the world. Scorched Earth.
So, Doc, you end up actually waking up about halfway through this conversation because your watch... You've gotten to a point that you just... You're normally awake for your watch in time, unless something happens. But you wake up just in time to see what appears to be an extremely exasperated Tantibus trying to communicate to your companion, who seems to be asking questions that are bothering it in some way. Or at least that is the scene that you are greeted with.
Doc walks out of his tent, gives him a glance, puts down a little tin cup next to the fire to heat up some coffee, goes, "You know, it's easier to talk to it if you draw some letters on the ground. Then you don't have to play yes and no games."
Did he say that to the Tantibus?
I say that to you.
He basically told you to write an alphabet.
Give it a Ouija board.
Okay. She,
I love a Luigi board.
pretty much does exactly what he recommends, writes out an alphabet.
So, immediately the Tantibus spells out Shadowfire and Danger.
In danger or is danger?
Just the words Shadowfire and Danger.
No, that's Pyre asking for confirmation of which one.
Oh, okay. She indicates in.
In. Okay. Makes sense. Wouldn't happen to where.
At this, the Tantibus manages to look unsure without facial features again, and shakes its head.
Okay, not sure. Damn it. Who is Celestia to you?
She points out sister.
Okay, so you're our only chance at calming her down. But you want us to do something to help Shadowfire, don't you?
It nods. and then it starts rapidly trying to spell something, but is doing so in a way that is very difficult to keep up with. Almost seems like it's getting kind of stressed and trying to spell too many concepts at the same time.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy. Easy. One at a time. I want to help. Well, you need to slow down.
It sits down and it appears to be doing the equivalent of breathing, even though, you know, there's no substance, before it spells out World Eater.
Okay, that's one of the God engines. I take it he's the battery.
The Tantabus nods.
And you don't know where World Eater is.
It spells out Wisp Body.
Okay, does that mean they put him back in it?
It pauses for a moment and then just spells unsure.
Okay. You were
Roll me an intelligence real quick.
just normal?
Yes. So, with the visions that you've been seeing from the Tantabus already, you realize she's probably talking about her body, not his.
Okay, okay. You're with him, okay. That's the person you were concerned about the other day. And since you don't know where you are, you can't tell me where he is.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that check, and you remember the storyteller's tale, right?
Yes.
Putting pieces together, you start to, if you hadn't already realized that the story was most likely about him, and she was part of it, a very important part of it.
So
Might be
you kind of
worth. Might also be worth asking what they mean to each other as well.
Well, I'm definitely going to ask this first story the storyteller was telling. You're the lover.
So you don't get an actual response, but for the first time since you've met the Tantabus, it does change colors.
I'm going to take that as a yes.
So what do?
Pyre's kind of shaking her head. I want to help you. I desperately want to help you. But, for one, I need to find the information to get to the pass up north. Still haven't found that. And two, we gotta stop Lady Ashes. Is there anything you can do to help?
The Tantabus kind of looks at the ground and shakes its head.
Okay, so best guess, I need to restore you and Shadowfire. Then you can help.
She spells out "Stop World Eater."
That would likely be Steelbrand.
You do remember in the vision seeing the power armored ponies, and based off the information you have, Steelbrand has headed up north.
Okay. So, best guess, we'll probably have to do something to sabotage Lady Acid so it can't finish. And then we gotta come find you.
You may want to talk to one of your more mechanically savvy individuals on what you can do and what you have done to Lady of Ash.
Well, best guess that would probably be Ivory.
Actually, either one would work. Because it's
Okay.
not specifically mech-related stuff that you'd need. It's just generalized engineering type stuff. And both of them
Right.
have that kind of ability. So it's whichever one you feel like you can trust with giving you a straight answer more.
That would be Rapid. I go and wake him up and point over and see where the Tantibus is. I need your help.
Okay.
And I need to turn eyes up, because holy crap, that was quiet.
My mic has wandered a bit from my face.
Okay. So, to just give you idea of the setup right now, Doc is doing Doc things for Watch, which do roll me a perception check for that, since everybody else is going to be doing other things, Doc. But other than that, everything seems to be relatively normal, although the Tantibus has gone from its usual dark blues and purples to a kind of pinkish reddish purple.
I don't know, you get embarrassed.
Yeah, I kind of figured that's what that was.
Rapid, you have been dragged from bed to the Tantibus.
Yeah, sorry to wake you up, but need to kind of confirm with you. About how much damage do you think we've done to Lady of Ash?
So you have a forging skill, don't you?
I have Smith Iron.
Go ahead and roll that. So, based off of the amount of warping and damage that the sudden temperature changes would have brought on, there are probably entire sections of Lady of Ash that need to be completely replaced. It's also possible that even with the loading bar that you guys have been seeing, that the damage is far more extensive than even that would imply. Given that rapid fluctuations in temperature will cause things to be warped, brittle, break, things like that.
Yeah.
So it's entirely possible that the system is not also not working with the full set of information that it could be, and that damage could be even more extensive based off of the amount of temperature change. Because you don't go from basically molten metal to suddenly frozen solid without some pretty extensive damage behind the scenes. I'll let you relay that how you want to.
We may have a good amount of time. The tablet percentage is probably not accurate because it's not going to realize how much damage has been done to bits that robots haven't seen yet. And
Okay.
by the time it's probably going to take longer for the bots to repair it than the coolant will keep things cool. So it might start heating up again and slowing down progress at that point.
Okay. That should have bought us quite a bit of time. I mean, it's been, what, a couple 100 years under construction? With the damage that's been done, that should buy us a good deal of time.
Yes, hopefully.
Hopefully. Good.
I
Because...
will also add for you, Rapid, that given that the Lady of Ash still seems to be abandoned, the only thing that would speed up the time is if the FPC were to turn its attention to actually fixing it. At which point, you guys wouldn't be able to do much anyways.
Yeah. We'll probably have some time unless the FPC decides to actually figure out what's going on.
Damn. And given with all the percentage fluctuations lately, I probably gotta eventually come looking. Especially if they move up their plans.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
mean, with the appearance of new aberrations out there, it's a little matter of time, I suppose.
Apparently it hasn't been on the top of their priorities list for centuries, though, so we can always hope it won't change.
And unfortunately, since they've been back, this has a vault door, right?
Yes.
The facility.
Mm-hmm.
Prior, kind of looking at it, it's kind of slumps. There'd only be one way to completely stop them, but that would likely ruin most chance of access to her.
We mess with that enough to stop the FPC, we're definitely not getting back in.
Yeah. And I don't think I want to abandon her. Okay.
Pyre, roll me
So,
an
looking right-
intelligence check.
Normal one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that checks out. Continue.
Okay. Well, probably gonna want to talk to everybody when they wake up. Because we might have to currently abandon our current plan. Because we got the solution, the Lady Ash right here, and she points to the Tanibus. Well, that means we actually have to go find her. And right now, all I know is north. And that information should be somewhere in that facility. Should have asked that master thing before Doc killed it.
Well, as long as we have plans.
Thanks for your help, Rapid. As long as we have a plan. Thanks for your help, Rapid. Sorry to wake you.
At this point, is there any
She
point where
kinda-
I'm going back to sleep?
So, Doc, I'm going to
Yeah.
make an assumption that you're privy to just enough of this to make this roll. Roll me an IQ. So, having, overheard the conversation between, one-sided conversation between the Tantabus and Pyre, and listening to the conversation between Pyre and Rapid, there's something that's kind of itching at the back of your mind that it seemed like Pyre hasn't really thought too hard on. You know that Luna, or at least her body, is with the FPC. And you know that the FPC is up north. And you also know that the FPC has Shadowfire. And based off of what Pyre was talking about, the Tantabus, who is Luna, seems to be panicking about something to do with Shadowfire and the World Eater. Do I need to continue connecting the dots for you, or are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I have no idea what's going on.
So let's think about it this way. Lady of Ash. Lady of Ash is one of the biggest god engines. They've abandoned it, as far as you can tell, because
So they're
otherwise,
building bigger.
well, World Eater is the biggest.
They're building the biggest.
I don't know if you're trying to meme about it, but you are not wrong.
Doc, sitting by the fire, has like a look of like confusion on his face, like he's fighting something. And then he throws his coffee on the ground and goes, "Damn it!" Alright, well, listen up. And then he's going to pull a chalkboard out from his cart. Alright. So, god engines. The one here is big and it's dangerous. And we know that they were working on a bigger one called World Eater. And then he's gonna sit there and like just start drawing like a bunch of stuff on a chalkboard. All of it kind of just looking like some fucking like grade school level doodles. So this one here, like, sure, it's dangerous, whatever, but it's nothing compared to World Eater. So we know World Eater is north, but we also know who else is north. That's right, Shadowfire. Shadowfire is north. So Shadowfire is north, and World Eater is north, and guess who else is north? Yep, that's right, the other outport, up north. If they're all up north, but World Eater is up north, you might be wondering, why are they up north? Is Destroy World Eater? No! Obviously, they were captured by an FPC, who's in the process of making World Eater. So that means, as we speak, right now, World Eater is in the final stages of being assembled, or at least, the stages that require them to be assembled, which means we're fucked.
Oh.
I will say that
Shit.
the entire
That
party
was
is
just
awake
about-
for this.
I assume
I
Doc's...
knew Shadowfire was the battery for it.
I assume his Dr. ravings just woke up everyone.
Okay, Lady
it
of
is
Ash is
still-
abandoned. They're working on World Eater.
It is still dark enough for you to see the Tantabus back. Everybody else is looking at you, but you see the Tantabus give the closest you can see to, like, the eye roll followed by sigh of relief kind of expression.
Alright, now look, the one here, we need to scuttle it. You might be thinking, well, if they're working on World Eater, why scuttle this one? Well, that's because if we even have any shot at stopping World Eater, this is the FPC. They're about plans within plans within plans within plans, backup plans about plans, and then they use the whole alphabet like 3 fucking times when it comes to these plans. Which means, even if we do go north and we somehow stop World Eater, they're going to change their focus on the next most powerful one. And which one is that? And then Doc opens up a little tray and then like just snorts it. That's right, that's this one.
So even if we try stopping that one, they'll just come down here.
Exactly. So the only option that we have is to prevent any possibility of them being able to use any of the god engines that we come across. Would it be ideal to activate them in a way that we can use it against them? Sure. But we don't have the time or the resources to do that, especially when you look at the timeline that we're on. These are things that took them like I don't know, hundreds of thousands of years or some shit to make. Like, there's not much we can do in a week. So sometimes the only effective thing that we can do is to just burn it all. And then Doc's just gonna start drawing fire all over the fucking chalkboard.
Pyre sighs deeply. So, best option is to find some way to bury Lady of Ashes.
We don't want to just bury Lady of Ash. We need to make sure that they can't uncover and excavate this place. Because I'm sure you know as well as I do, they complete things on seemingly impossible timelines. Why? Because they probably use magic. But that's a rant for a different time. Anyways, I'm not saying we just need to bury this place. I'm saying we need to kill a god and then bury this place. So that way, when they unbury it and waste all that time getting to what they think is going to be something that's going to help them, there is nothing here for them.
Pyre kinda looks nervously at the Tanibus. Could you accept that?
We are on a scorched earth route right now, where our world is really scorched. And the only way to save it is to burn everything that they can use of value to try to make things worse. This isn't just... We're not at war. This isn't some type of revolution or rebellion. It is survival.
So we really don't have a choice. She looks up at the Tanibus. Do you have anything to say about this?
The Tanibus just kind of looks away.
Could you accept your sister's death?
She slowly spells out a message, and it essentially boils down to, if you have to kill her sister, at least save her lover.
Look, we're already in an impossible situation here. I understand idealism, I know it sucks to lose people. We're not in a situation to save anyone, though.
Her response is, she spells out that she couldn't stop you if she wanted to.
Yeah. I know you can't. That's why I'm telling you this. I don't want to see you have any illusion that I'm going to try to sit there and put what little chance we have at pulling this all off at risk. I've seen how things can go sideways real quick when you try to do more than what you can actually pull off. And we're already doing more than what we can actually pull off. We got, well, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. We got like a handful of us. Some basic ass fucking firearms. We don't even really have an arsenal with us. All we have is what barely qualifies as a field hospital. We ain't got no military. Our information network is scarce. There ain't no rebellion. There ain't no revolution. It's literally just a bunch of fucking schmucks in the desert with guns, no powers, trying to save the world against some abomination.
The Tanibus lays down and then just kind of fades out of at least your visible range.
Ah, shit, I made her so depressed she stopped existing.
Well, it kinda just took away any hope she might have of living. I mean, you're not wrong, but I suppose we have to go see if we can kill a god.
I hate being the one who says it out loud. I really do. In my younger years, when I still had psychosis, I would have thought that I was invincible, those who fought with me were invincible, and that everything was going to be okay. But that's just not reality.
No. Reality or not, I'll at least make an attempt, but at saving Shadowfire, if I fail, do what you need to.
I mean, if the opportunity presents itself where you have a roughly as good chance of saving as killing, I'll take the saving route. I just am not going to take any extra risk to take the saving route.
So, Ivory and Rapid, do me a favor and roll an IQ check.
13 IQ.
So, both of you
Doubled
may
just a
not...
bit.
You may not be, like, you know, God Engine experts, even if one of you believes that he should be. But as far as you can tell, if Shadowfire has not been sealed in a sarcophagus, there is a chance to save rather than have to kill. But it seems that whenever that sarcophagus is sealed, there's going to be little to no chance to get him out of it. At least not in a state that is salvageable, based off of the information that you have. Which, everybody knows right now that the sarcophagus was not sealed by the time that you guys last were aware of him.
Oh yeah, otherwise we'd be dead.
But as of right now, the complications with trying to unseal the sarcophagus for Lady of Ash, with your current level of technology and current knowledge, you may never be able to do so. Because, for one, it's even with the rapid cooling, it was still glowing from the heat. So, there's a potential that you guys may never have been able to get into it to open it without help from the FPC. Share that in amongst your companions as you see fit.
If we want to save them, we better be fast.
Yeah, fair point. Suppose we're gonna have to see if we can end Lady of Ash and then find the information we have to get north.
What kind of rifle do you use?
Springfield M1903.
Okay.
It's a 30-06.
So, roll me your spawn lore.
Damn it.
So you're not entirely certain. But given that your bullets are made to kill things from the old world, it is possible that, possible? Like, air quotes, that you might be able to do something with it, with that.
Now, problem is, even if I could use my bullets to kill her, I highly doubt I could get through that star metal.
What's the chances with 3 sticks of dynamite?
3 sticks of dynamite to try and get that thing open?
Well, presumably, if it breaks it open, it'll also kill whatever's inside.
Aw. But given the sheer level of heat she's got to be putting out, you really think it'd work?
I mean, temperature ain't the exact same thing as explosive force, but I ain't no physicist. I'm a doctor. Not a doctor of physics, mind you, doctor of medicine.
There is a possibility that if you spent the time to actually search for one, you might be able to find a weapon that would be able to lob rounds hard enough. The problem that you run into then is you're going to have to source the rounds to fit a weapon like that. Which is possible, but it may be a little difficult.
Since we were worried about killing her with overfeeding her, couldn't we just do that?
Yeah, but we'll have to also stay here for a few days to make sure that she's actually dead.
The systems should return with vitals. So, if we overfeed her and her heart stops, we'd know.
I feel like
Yeah.
overfeeding her is probably the best way to kill her, because she did ask for food. I think. I don't think she would be mad if she did survive.
And she did get affected by the ketamine.
You make a good point.
Yeah, quite hardcore too.
Cause getting with that clove stew left.
Could also overdose.
She tells you that you gave it all to Crazy Joe.
Good.
Yeah.
You definitely
You
would have
know there ain't none left of that.
lick the bowl clean. You have to clean the bowl after you lick it clean. I'm not gonna worry about that.
The bowl
So,
may or may not have a big
asked-
bite out of it now.
So I guess trial 3?
Make a cocktail.
A drug cocktail time.
So, are you going to search the facility for a bigger gun?
That might be a
Something
good
might
idea
as
in
well.
general.
Yeah, especially since we got no idea
Yeah.
what we're gonna go up against.
Then-
Not to mention, you can go ahead and try the ketamine and food approach, and if that doesn't do it, maybe find the weapon, and people will be looking for the weapon while you try that and see if that works.
Yeah.
So,
So do a little bit of everything.
everybody that is searching for the weapon, roll search, scrounge, and or perception -4. Okay. So, Rapid, you're able to find ammunition for the weapon, but Ivory, as you're looking through, you find a behemoth of a sniper rifle. It appears to be some sort of anti-material rifle, and it will take a little bit of work to get it back to a good firing state without, having to worry about it exploding the first time you fire it. But once you get this thing back up to working state, there's going to be very few things that it is not going to punch holes through.
Oh yeah, good thing I have 14 in small arms.
This is
Or
this.
armory.
I think the one you're going
Small
to be
arms
wanting to shoot it in fire.
Well, he's talking
mean,
about the ability
meaning I
to
can
fix
work
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not fire it, fix it.
This rifle is very much pushing that definition of small arms. But
It's mobile, therefore it's small arms.
I mean, it doesn't need to be mounted to fire. It's encouraged, but you don't need to.
You just have to be like Ivory and never skip leg day, and then you can, fire it up on your hind hose.
Ivory eating triple portions just to put on the extra weight to shoulder that thing.
If you wake up early enough, you can see Ivory's workout routine.
you guys also, in the process, find what appears to be the remains of a light machine gun, as well as the ammunition for it. The ammunition is rusted to a point where it's basically all of each round is a solid piece at this point, as far as the rust is concerned. But some good elbow grease and quite a bit of repairing, you might be able to get that to a point of usability as well.
More armor.
Sounds like fun. All we need is a shit ton of WD-40.
I only have
Ivory
WD-41.
opens up his case and you just see like 50 cans of WD-40. He's like, I've been stocking up the holy lubricant.
So,
Question: would it be able to be possible to adjust my crystal rounds for the rifle?
you do have enough. So part of the standard issue is you also have the bullet tips to fit other ammunition sizes, but you generally only have one of each size. And they generally go up from what you have already. Because as far as your group is concerned, if you need something smaller than what you're already carrying, then just use a regular bullet.
Yeah.
So you do
So,
happen to have
is it
one.
possible for me to have a round?
You have
Okay.
enough to make one round. You will end up having to repurpose one of the already existing rounds, but you also have 15 rounds of the existing ammunition that you can use. Which
Okay, so I'd be adjusting both normal rounds and crystal rounds.
you can only make one of the crystal rounds, and you only
Okay.
have a total of 15 ammunition for the entry. 15 rounds of
Oh,
ammunition.
for the anti-material, right?
Yes. Again, this thing is a behemoth of a gun, and it does not use small ammunition. It gives a lot of other rifles a run for its money in the size department.
Right.
And if you've seen it,
Would I have
That's not-
to
make
use
it count.
up? Would I have to use up the rounds I have to make it?
no, you have the existing rounds that you can repurpose one of them and stick the tip on.
Okay. Okay.
So-
Repurpose.
So I'm going to say this now. The thing that gets left behind is a casing. The tip of it is the bullet, and the whole thing is called a round. Because I know there are people
Okay.
that don't know this information. So if I say bullet, I am talking about the part that goes whoosh.
Okay.
So you have the crystal bullets. You do not have full crystal rounds. So when you... and I'm talking about your extras, not your actual crystal rounds. You
Right.
need to take the bullet from another round, from one of the anti-material rounds, and swap it with what your one crystal round, or crystal bullet.
Okay. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
I'm not going to have you roll for any of that because at most you're wiggling something out of a tube and then forcing something else in it and making sure it's crimped tight.
Don't you have a hand press and die kit?
He might.
Yeah, I don't.
Ivory does.
Technically, no, but I think I would have some way of already doing that.
I mean, Ivory just
Ivory
volunteered.
has his portable toolkit. Yeah.
Hey, Everett, need to borrow your toolkit real quick. Just take
He
a minute.
watches very closely, and like he calibrates everything too. So like he takes over like half of the process. Like, okay, good to do it. Fuck it up.
And yeah, makes the round.
So, Ivory, would you get a chance to, like, because you've never actually handled any of these crystal rounds before, when you get the chance to, you kind of realize that it feels very similar to standing way too close to Emerald.
He shivers slightly.
Cool.
Something wrong.
No. Everything is we're fine.
Just raises an eyebrow before she walks away. She just sits down and is just staring at the bullet.
The moment they walk away, he pulls out one of his wax tablets and starts writing everything down.
So, Doc, what is the concoction that you are going to attempt to use on Daybreaker?
Well, I'll try to figure out what's the most heinous thing that I could make, but then I figured that this is essentially going to be their last meal.
And
So I'm just gonna.
she's also
So I'm
not.
just gonna mix some. Yeah, she's also not like the enemy. It's just you need to kill her.
Yeah, she's more collateral damage at this point than the master entity was.
It's okay. When this is all said and done, Doc's going to look at the monster he's become. But that's a later problem. For now, I'm going to mix irradiated Valium with a can of peaches.
Okay.
Plus all that ketamine.
That's all I can mean.
So the vitals have definitely gone very irregular when you get back to the room that monitors it, and the heat seems to have lessened from the coffin, but she does still seem to be clinging to life at the moment.
Yeah.
Suppose that's where I walk in.
She's definitely not conscious, though.
Pyre is going to set up the rifle, load it with the round, and take as long as it's going to take to make sure it hits. And while she's doing that, she is giving last rites.
Okay.
Ivory will definitely follow after, and he will be giving his own form of last rites,
So
which is like the first time you guys see him do so.
I don't remember how long you can aim and what the max bonus you can get with an anti-material rifle is.
Is it scoped?
Yes.
Is it a good scope?
I gotta remember what the tech levels were. Give me a sec. Oh, we have them pinned, right? We do. TL10 verging on TL11. So not quite TL11, but high TL10.
That's still some ultra tech shit. Alright. Any fancy vision options?
I'm gonna say no.
So the scope bonus is probably going to be +4, and then there's still the accuracy bonus from the rifle itself.
Aim. From the rifle, and then aim. How many points of aim do you suppose?
I mean, no matter what, 3 seconds of aiming gets you your max bonus.
Okay, so
Because you're going to get your scope plus your accuracy, and then you can aim for 2 more rounds for an additional +1 for each of those rounds.
So what kind of bonus am I looking here if I do all that?
At least +9.
We'll just go with +9
okay.
because you don't actually have the rifle on your sheet yet. And
Yeah.
go ahead and roll your. Oh,
Rifle.
hold
What's
on.
the distance?
Before they fire, can I check like the vital system to see if like her body is in any kind of state resembling shock?
Vitals are erratic, but they're not really showing signs of failure. Anybody's going, even an immortal would be in shock after what Moon just pumped into her system.
Mm-hmm.
So there is signs of shock, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she is guaranteed to die. And if she is suffering right now, this is about to make sure she isn't. Do you have anything else you were gonna say, Moon?
Yeah, so it comes out to +9. 6 + 3. Yeah, so 1 round of aiming gives you a +9 to hit. And then if we use book damage, it's 15 dice of PI+.
Okay.
Any negatives for the range?
I'm gonna say no. Especially since it's not exactly
Yeah, I'm pretty sure-
a hard to miss target anyways.
If you miss at this range, you should feel bad.
I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna miss this. Rifle?
Mm-hmm. Okay. There's the crack of the anti-material rifle, and a hole appears roughly where you guess her head to be. The vitals immediately stop. She has flatlined. And I think that is a perfect opportunity to put a pin in it. For those of you that may or may not still be watching, if you enjoyed that and would like to see more of it, then don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, follow on Twitch, all that good stuff. If you want to show the channel further support, don't forget to check out the links in the description. And Discord is free, Patreon is always an option, and if you're on Twitch, there's subs and bits, on YouTube, there's the membership and super chats. Other than that, big thank you to my priest tier Patreons, Cameo Shadowless, Ice Crystal, and Scarmex. And as always, we will see you again for Heart of Darkness tomorrow, and don't forget to drink water.
Make sure to hydrate.
Well, the bomb got dropped upon us all, and the list of all unknowns is tall. But if there's anything we know, our stubbornness has shown. We'll climb up after any fall. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. The leftover ashes in the sky, and the nations, all they do is fight. Yeah, the crown broke all our trust, so I guess it's up to us to save whatever's left of life. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. But we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Oh, we know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from.